Join me as I take on the challenge of silencing that negative voice in my head for an entire week. Let's see if I can truly believe in myself. When it comes down to it, believing in yourself is one of the most powerful tools you can have in your arsenal. It's the difference between achieving your goals and staying stuck in a rut, between feeling confident and feeling defeated. And yet, so many of us struggle to silence that negative voice in our heads, the one that tells us we're not good enough, that we're not capable, that we're just not cut out for this whole achieving our dreams thing. You know, that negative self-talk, it's like a constant companion, always lurking in the shadows, waiting to pounce on our doubts and fears. It's the reason we procrastinate, the reason we second-guess ourselves, the reason we play it safe instead of taking risks. And if we're not careful, it can be downright paralyzing. I mean, who hasn't been there? You're getting ready to take on a new project, or start a new business, or make a big presentation, and suddenly that voice in your head is like, you're crazy, you're not qualified, you're going to fail. And before you know it, you're doubting your abilities, you're feeling anxious, and you're questioning whether you should even bother trying at all. But here's the thing, that voice, it's not the truth. It's just a bunch of negative thoughts and fears that we've accumulated over the years, and it's up to us to challenge them, to question them, and to replace them with positive affirmations. So, how do we do that? Well, one technique is to become more mindful of our thoughts, to actually pay attention to what we're telling ourselves. When you catch yourself thinking, I'll never be able to do this, or I'm such a failure, stop and challenge that thought. Is it really true? Is there another way to look at the situation? And then replace that negative thought with a positive one. Instead of I'll never be able to do this, tell yourself, I'm going to learn and grow from this experience. Another technique is to practice affirmations. Write down positive statements about yourself and your abilities, and then repeat them to yourself on a daily basis. It sounds simple, but trust me, it works. When you consistently tell yourself that you're capable, that you're strong, that you're worthy, it starts to sink in, and it starts to change the way you think about yourself. I remember when I was in college, I was struggling to finish my thesis. I mean, it was just daunting, and I felt like I was never going to get it done. But then I realized that I had a choice. I could either listen to that negative voice in my head, or I could believe in myself. So, I started telling myself that I was capable, that I was smart, that I was going to finish that thesis and do it well. And you know what? It worked. I finished that thesis, and it was one of the proudest moments of my life. That's the power of believing in yourself. It's not about being delusional, it's not about ignoring your shortcomings, it's about recognizing your strengths and your abilities, and trusting that you can overcome any obstacle. So, to recap, silencing that negative voice in your head is all about becoming more mindful of your thoughts, challenging them, and replacing them with positive affirmations. It's about believing in yourself, even when it's hard, even when it feels like nobody else does. Thanks for watching, guys. If you've ever struggled with negative self-talk, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. And if you want more motivational content, be sure to check out my other videos.